Trigonometry part 4, we're going to be going through some elevation, and as well we can go into some depressions and stuff like that a little later on. Alright, so let's start off. We've got a building here, and we've got a sun over here, which is pretty close, but just ignore that. It's casting a shadow. The building is casting a really long shadow all across the ground. So we know how wide the shadow is, and we know how tall the building is, so we kind of want to know what angle we have over here. So what's the angle between the top of the building, bottom of the building, from the point where the shadow ends. Right? So we want to know the angle of elevation towards the sun. Okay, so this is the horizontal, and we're going to be using opposite over adjacent. We're going to be using tan over here. So tan x is equal to 6.7 over 9.75. Okay, that's pretty simple. We get 6.7 divided by 9.75. That's going to equal to 0.687, etc. Okay, but you keep that in your calculator, and what you do is you press tan, shift, tan, so you get tan minus 1, okay? Maybe a little different on your calculator, but make sure that you can get the tan minus 1, right, and then you put in your value, which is going to be your answer from before. So on mine, I've got my alpha ands, so I got tan minus 1 ands is going to be my angle. And that says on here, gives me a load of numbers. Now what they're usually asking for is they don't want these digits all there like that. They usually want it in decimals, they want it in degrees, minutes and seconds, not as decimals. So you press the degrees button and that should give you your answer. And that answer should be around 34.49 degrees, okay? And usually put it round to the nearest degree, and that's going to be 34 degrees. Now don't get tricked, because you've got degrees here, and degrees, they go up from, degrees doesn't have a limit like minutes and seconds do. They got degrees, minutes goes up to 60, and that makes a degree, okay? And the same thing with seconds. So it's sort of like time. So you got your seconds there, you got your minutes, and then you got your degrees, which pretty much goes on from infinity. You can have infinite values there. And yeah, so you'd round to the nearest degree, and that'll just give you 34 degrees. Awesome. Now next we have some angles of depression. Okay? Angles of depression, pretty simple. It's pretty much the same thing. A little bit flipped. So we've got a horizontal there as well. Now keep in mind that these two are the exact same angle. Okay? Now if you would have covered that probably last topic, you'd easily find that these angles are going to be the same because these two are parallel lines. Right? Now angles of depression, we can use the same diagram. We'll just roll out the middle line. There you go. And we'll put x up here. So we want to find out what this angle here, what that angle there is, okay? So that's pretty simple, pretty much the same thing. It's going to be tan x is equal to 6.7 over 9.75. So you can get the same answer as before, alright? And this you can also use to prove when things are rectangles and when things are parallel and that sort of stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching.